Okay,
So
so
which team shall we go next?
we'll go with uh let's go with Gujarat.
Yeah, sure.
We'll go with Gujarat. Okay, but looking at Gujarat's purchases, they've bought a couple of players. Asmatullah Omarzai 50 lakhs, Umesh Yadav for 5.8 crores, Shah Khan for 7.4 crores, Sushant Mishra for 2.2 crores, Kartik Tyagi for 60 lakhs, Manav Suttar for 10 lakh, 20 lakhs, Spencer Johnson for 10 crores, Robin Mins for 3.6 crores. They had a good auction, I must say. And the biggest steal is Asmatu Omarzai, bro. He's out to
Yeah.
be one of the top picks in the auction. He might go for 5 crores or 10 crores in that bracket. So bloody hell, for 50 lakhs, they bought him. Silently, they just pick up the pad and say 50 lakhs, nobody is interested, and they picked him. He's like, and you can say like a backup of
Steal.
Hardik Pandya, but not like a level of Hardik Pandya, but you can say, okay, he's there. He can do bit of both. And Umesh Yadav, a beautiful backup for Mohammad Shami because of his injury concerns, and for Mohit Sharma also. So that backup is there. They bought Spencer
And they
Johnson.
have Kartik Tyagi also. They have
Hardik,
Kartik Tyagi
yeah,
and Spencer Johnson.
Spencer Johnson for 10 crores. I heard about a bit about him. Australian left arm seamer was done well in Big
He's a
Bash.
really highly rated seamer, I
But
would say
10
that.
crores for 10 crores, it's a bit too much. And they bought this keeper called Robin Mins, 3.6 crores. He's a keeper batsman, maybe for a backup of Riddhiman Saha. But what I've heard is that he hasn't played
Yep.
first class cricket at all. And any experience there for 10, but 3.6 crores, it's a bit too much. But then, what's your opinion about Gujarat?
They've also had a really good auction. Nano Shah Rukh Khan, I thought they with
Oh,
the
yeah, Shah Rukh
7.4
Khan,
crores.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Maybe it was expected that he might go for that much. Sorry, maybe on the range illati adada konja keela, but I'm happy that Gujarat got him. That's a really good selection, especially his finishing ability. I think that batting வந்து now he'll fill that void which Hardik Pandya, with the Hardik Pandya trade that happened. I think with his batting will fill that void. Only I'm saying for the batting order, but
Yeah, yeah.
bowling and leadership, அது ஒன்றும் பண்ண முடியாது. But I think what they have done is they've in a very smooth or in a very efficient manner they have filled the Hardik Pandya void. ஏன்னா அவ்வளவு காசு இருந்தது. They didn't, it was a little shocking to see that they didn't go for Stark. They wanted Stark, it seems, but again,
24.5.
I think with the Omers I pick, they were able to save it though because in a Stark கிடைக்கலனாலும் now they have Omers in there, so அதனால வந்து it somewhat balances it out, and you got Spencer Johnson for 10 crores as well. So அந்த விதத்துல வந்து I think Gujarat, without spending a lot of money, they have efficiently in a very smooth manner they have filled that void of Hardik Pandya நான் சொல்லுவேன். And not only that you have but problem என்னன்னா வந்து how would they use their overseas players? Would they ஏன்னா யாரை வந்து உள்ள போடுவாங்க? Because Williamson is going to be back as well, so அது மறக்கக்கூடாது because the last season, the whole season, basically, I mean, he got injured in the first game of the season for Gujarat Titans. So அதனால வந்து now with him coming back, where would these four players fit? Because by default, and looking at the side, obviously Miller, Williamson, Rashid Khan, in the மூணு பேருமே they're I think they're automatically going to go in. Who would they use for their fourth? You have Wade, you have Omar Zai, you have Spencer Johnson,
I'll tell you what, bro. I'll tell
you
you
have
what,
Noor
bro.
Ahmed. You also have Noor Ahmed. You have
Uh,
Joshua Little.
I'll tell you what, bro.
So with that,
It depends on the
yeah, go
combination.
ahead.
I'll tell you what, with the combination Puerto Rico, they could even drop Williamson and bring Omar Zai and bring Spencer Johnson or Josh Little or Noor Ahmed also. Why I say Kane Williamson is there? Okay, Kane Williamson, highly one of the best batsmen ever in the game. But then in the last 2 3 years, he's been getting injured a lot. Plus his T20 numbers was also gone down a bit. So, but then he'll start. Definitely, I'll start Panya. I'm gonna experience
I
it
think
in.
I think he'll go, man. It's Williamson
Yeah,
regardless of whether it's form. I think they'll use an impact rule and they do something because with the team that I think with that being said, that's the only headache they'll have. But again, இப்போ கூட பார்த்தனா ஓப்பனிங் காம்பினேஷன் வேற இன்னொரு இஷ்யூ ஆகும். Shubman Gill is a captain, so he'll be their opening. But who would be his opening partner? Would they go with Vridhiman Saha or would they go with Sai Sudarshan? If they go with Sai Sudarshan, then you have to bring in Matthew Wade. So Matthew Wade konduntá, then who
You have to
would
drop Williamson. You have to
then
drop
would you
Williamson.
use?
You have to drop Williamson. There's no other option.
Yeah, then Matthew Wade will come in, and if Williamson drop பண்ணிட்டா, then you have to either use Spencer Johnson or you should use Asmadulla Omarzai because இவங்க ரெண்டு பேர்ல யாராவது ஒண்ணு விளையாடுவாங்க. Then also you have Noor Ahmed as your another bowler, another highly rated Afghanistani
நல்ல
bowler, and then
போட்டாடா.
you also have Joshua Little.
நல்ல போட்ட லாஸ்ட் இயர்.
He's a highly
நல்ல போட்ட லாஸ்ட்
oh
இயர். செமையா போட்டான்.
exactly அந்த
அவன் இப்படி
அந்த
விடுவான்.
ரஷீத் கானோட ஒரு க்ளோன் மாதிரி, அந்த ரஷீத்
ரஷீத் கானோட
கானுக்கு
ஒரு
ஒரு
clone
க்ளோன்
மாதிரி.
மாதிரி.
ஆமா, ஆமா.
So அந்த மாதிரி. So I'm not saying that it's that's the only headache that's the headache they'll have, but otherwise squad from top to bottom with all the 25 players, and with that they still have a lot of money left in their purse. I think what Gujarat have done is they have nicely filled the Hardik Pandya void, not completely, because the leadership of Shubman Gill will be in question, as in how would he respond this season?
அது வேற.
Would they come back to the playoffs again? That's what I've been saying that even I said it previously in the retention list. I don't think Gujarat will do that bad. I still think that they will be in the top four, regardless of what happened, the trade. So that's where I still stand with that. Because with Ashish Nehra's guidance and his coaching in there, and you already have some of the experience of you have Williamson and Rashid Khan in there. I think Shubman Gill will not have the problem of learning it on the fly, as in learning more about leadership. So he can ask guidance, and he has ample resources to for him to have a stellar season as a captain and also as an opener. So with that being said, I think they've got it covered still. They've done excellently in their auction as well. I don't think they overbought or anything overpay. I didn't see them do anything. As a matter of fact, they have used little amount of money with the already abundant money they have had. I thought they would do something big. I mean, they almost did.
They almost
Stark,
did.
they almost got Stark. But with that being said, I think Gujarat, I still feel still with the squad, they'll still make the top four. I believe that. The combination that they have, especially that's tailor made for Ahmedabad. I would say that Stark வந்திருந்தாங்கன்னா, that's game over. I think Gujarat Titans, regardless of whether Hardik Pandya captains or not, they would still win the IPL. Yeah, நான் சொன்னா if Stark வந்தானா, that's over game close. அந்த அகமதாபாத்ல அந்த டியூ அந்த கண்டிஷன்ஸ் the way the ball will move அந்த நம்ம பார்த்திருக்க வேர்ல்ட் கப்லயே anything with that Stark if he can get கொஞ்சம் purchase வந்தா கூட that's game over for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
நான் சொல்லிடுவேன்.
Correct, correct. Yeah, that's true.
I think that's it.
Yeah, if you look
I
at
think yeah, that's pretty much it for
that is pretty much it. I think regarding the opening combination, I think they'll go with Saha and Gill. Saha has done very well. Sai Sudarshan, Kane Williamson, David Miller, Vijay Shankar வேற இருக்கா, ஷாருக் கான் வேற இருக்கா, அபினவ் மனோகர் இருக்கா, நிறைய ஆப்ஷன் வச்சிருக்கா, ரஷீத் கான்,
and Rahul Tewatia
ராகுல் திராவிட்,
Rashid Khan,
then Mohammad Shami, then Noor Ahmed, Rashid, and
Mohit Sharma.
Rohit Sharma, நிறைய ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் வச்சிருக்காங்க, and உமேஷ் யாதவ், கார்த்திக் தியாகி, நிறைய ஆப்ஷன் வச்சிருக்காங்க. They have beautifully covered. So I think on a verdict,
But the headache will only be with the opening combination because I don't know because there will be strong consideration for Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan opening instead of Shubman Gill and Saha
I think they'll stick
because
with, I
with
stick,
the performances.
I still feel they'll stick with Saha, bro. நல்லா பண்ணா.
I think they might have a headache. They might do some swerve and bring in Sai Sudarshan as an opener because his performances not only this past season, but also recently for what he's been doing in the ODIs, the first three ODIs. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think they're not going to overlook this. They might do something. But
Mm-hmm.
if they bring in Sai Sudarshan, then they have to think of bringing in Matthew Wade or putting Saha maybe at three or something. They have to do some kind of a switch or they have to do
Yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah. Okay, with
That's
that
the
being,
only headache
yeah,
I
yeah,
feel.
With that being said, I think that is Gujarat Titans. So let's go with Delhi Capitals. And what Delhi have bought is
Yep.
Harry Brook for 4 crores, Tristan Saul for 50 lakhs, Ricky Boy for 20 lakhs, Kumar Kushagra for 7.2 crores, Rasik Salam for 20 lakhs, Jai Richardson for 5 crores, Sumit Kumar for 1 crore, Shai Hope for 75 lakhs, and Swastik Chakara for 20 lakhs. Looking at this, looking at the purchases, Harry Brook for 4 crores is a steal, I believe, because I think he'll fit in the middle order. Tristan Stubbs is like a backup for him for Harry Brook. Ricky Boy is also a keeper. Kumar Kusharagar is a highly rated keeper, batsman. among the domestic circuit. I believe they might use him. Uh, they might either use him, Kushagra, Ricky Boyd, or Abhishek Porel as a keeper because Pant may not keep at all. They might use him as an impact sub, I believe.
Even Shea Hope is there. Shea Hope
Shea Hope is
இருக்கானே
there.
அவனையே
I
விட்டுறாரு.
Shea Hope, நான் என்ன யோசிக்கிறேன்னா they might use him as a replacement for David Warner because David Warner form இல்லைன்னா they'll use Shea Hope. That's what I think.
No, I don't think they'll do that. Uh, I don't think they'll do that. David Warner form, I think David Warner, regardless of form, he'll be there.
Hmm.
Shea Hope, it might be, they'll do some kind of a combination. So I think with David Warner and Prithvi Shaw, I think that's the automatic opening slots. And then Mitchell Marsh at 3, Harry Brook at 4. So other when you have all the three
Pant and
overseas
5.
players. And the fourth, huh?
Pant, Pant and number 5.
No, who's the fourth overseas player?
Okay, if you want to talk about
Five.
5, I tell you what. Who are
I'm
the
just saying for the overseas alone. I have for me, either it's Jai Richardson or Andrik Nokia. Andrik Nokia is the first option. If he gets injured, I think Jai Richardson would also be in
how
there. Or
injury prone?
I mean, if Lungi
He's
Ngidi
also
is,
he's also
I'm
most of
he
the bowlers are injury prone, bro. That's the question mark.
exactly. I mean, even Richardson also, and even I'm not highly rated of him either. But anyway, I don't think that's Richardson in there. It's not a bad option. I guess it's fine. I'm not that worried. It's okay. But again, and the bowling down, I think it's a bit of a problem because with Nokia and Lungi Ngidi being and the issues, injury issues, I think Richardson should be the guy playing a lot. But again, they might also resort to using just three overseas players if they're very concerned with all the three fast overseas fast
So
bowlers.
they got Indian fast
They
bowlers.
might
They got
consider,
Ishan Sharma வேற இருக்கா, Khalil Ahmed இருக்கா, Mukesh Kumar இருக்கா. They got some decent Indian fast
yeah,
bowlers. So I don't think it's
they
not.
got some really good bowlers.
They got, but then I think the problem, the real issue is the number 6, number 7 because I think Lalit Yadav நிறைய chance கொடுத்தா he hasn't done that well. So I don't know about that. They could have bought Shah Rukh Khan for that. The 7-8 crores. They could have bought.
And yeah, and also Akshar Patel, seven large ones. So number 7, he'll be there.
Uh,
But the question would be is Rishabh Pant how his fitness is going to be and how far he has recovered அப்படின்றது தான் that's a big question mark.
yeah,
If he is not fit yet, or let's say that if there's a setback or so, I'm not wishing upon that, but let's say that the setback ஒண்ணு இருக்கு, then they have probably they'll use him. I think it's Kushagra. You still have Kushagra, or you have Ricky Bui as your keeper. I think Kushagra is also a keeper if I'm not
and
mistaken, but
which is
I
the,
know Ricky Bui is a keeper. So,
I
huh?
tell you who are the 5 keepers they got. Kumar Kushagra, Ricky Bowie, Abhishek Porel, Tristan Stubbs, Shea Hope, and the keeper
And
Wangiri.
Rishabh Pant.
Rishabh Pant.
And Rishabh Pant is their keeper.
6 keepers.
So I think they have the keeper, but yeah, I'm saying subbing for Indian keeper for another Indian keeper. You have Kumar Kushagra there, another highly rated batsman. அதனால வந்து he went for like a huge money, huge price. So it's also so exciting. It's exciting to see
Yeah,
if Rishabh Pant is if he's still having still not there yet in terms of fitness and recovery. That is where your Kushagra or Ricky Boy is going to be playing
yeah, yeah,
a crucial role in Nasolva. But with that being said, David Warner, Prithvi Shaw is your opening combination. Then you have Mitchell Marsh at 3 is definitely going to be there. Harry Brook, I think, even though it's a bit out of question, but Harry Brook at 4 will make the most sense. Then your number 5, if Rishabh Pant is there, he'll be there. Otherwise, if he's not there, you'll have Kushagra. Or as a matter of fact, Kushagra would be there in regardless of whether Rishabh Pant is there or not. If Kushagra comes in, then he'll be a keeper instead of Rishabh Pant. If Rishabh Pant is not playing, Rishabh Pant irkana, then Rishabh Pant at number 5, Rishabh Pant at 5, Kushagra at 6.
Akshar
You
Patel
have
at
Akshar
7,
Patel at 7.
Kuldeep Yadav at 8.
Akshar Patel at 7.
Yeah,
I don't know whether Lalit Yadav would be there, but let's say that Lalit Yadav irkana, then you need your bowlers there. You have
Kuldeep
Khalil
Yadav,
Ahmed, you have Mukesh Kumar, you have Khalil Ahmed, Mukesh Kumar, and then you have Kuldeep Yadav. Then
Nokia, Andrik
would you
Nokia.
use Andrik Nokia? Would you have Andrik Nokia or
No,
Ingidi or Richardson?
no, no,
So
no, if
the
Nokia is
bowling
fit,
and the bowling attack, the bowling is the problem for Delhi.
mm,
Fast bowling is a bit of a concern. That is where I feel that they're lacking. Spinners, I think they would just need to rely on Kuldeep. That is also another concern. So
yeah, yeah,
and Kuldeep and Akshar Patel, that is.
yeah,
So I think they might. I think having a spinner short could be a bit of a problem.
yeah,
I
yeah,
might say.
yeah, yeah, that's true. No, I think
That is a big issue. The bowling attack is way too suspect.
yeah, yeah.
If they
I think
get
with
their
that,
marquee players back, I don't think they'll have a problem if they have their marquee players fit. But at the concern Irpinala, the bowling attack is way too suspect. But with that being said, I don't think they did a bad job in the auction. நான் சொல்வேன். They did good actually. ஹாரி புரூக் வந்து எப்படி ஃபிட் பண்ண போறாங்கன்றது எனக்கு அது ஒரு
I
பெரிய
think they'll use him. I think
that
they'll
is a
use him
question.
I think they'll use him in the middle order itself. So he's a that suits
Oh,
him. And
what
Ricky
is it?
Ponting Harry Brook is suits him in the middle order. Okay, so and Ricky Ponting he rates him very highly. I think they'll use him in that
Of
spot.
course.
I think with that being said, I think Delhi has done okay job. I don't know whether they will qualify with the top four or not. That is a big question mark in my opinion.
No,
Yeah,
it's I don't think so. For
yeah,
me, I don't think so
yeah,
because it's a or miracle. Anything a miraculous thing should happen, or if
yeah, yeah,
they should have their marquee players in. But even with the marquee players in, their squad their bowling attack is a bit suspect. Spinning spinners, based on the spinners they have, I'm saying that fast bowlers they have really good fast bowlers. I don't have a problem with that,
yeah,
except their fitness issues. But yeah, I think it's fine with Delhi. But
yeah.
top four, I don't see that
And
happening.
so with that being said, that is Delhi. Let's move to LSG. LSG has done I think they have done a good job. They don't have much to do. They have only had 13 or 14 crores, I believe. They bought Shiva Marve for 6.4 crores. They got Ashit Kulkarni, who's a very highly rated player. Mani Maran Siddharth for 2.4 crores. He's one of the very good Tamil Nadu spinner.
A really good
Very,
buy. A
very good
really good
buy.
buy for LSG.
Ashton Turner for 1 crore, David Willey for 2 crores, Arshad Khan for 220 lakhs. I think I would say that LSG has done a very good job, excellent job in the auction. With the trading of Avesh Khan, they bought in Shivam Ami at a very good rate of 6.4 crores. They covered up that replacement pretty well. They bought Manimaran Siddharth, who's one of the highly rated spinners in the domestic circuit. He's almost like Imad Wasim type of bowler who bowls his slider and all. I think that itself works pretty well. Uh, they bought David Willey. I don't know why David Willey because they got Naveen Ul Haq. I think maybe because of Naveen Ul Haq's ban or something like that. Some issue with being banned for 10 months or 20 months or something like that. Maybe that's why they bought him. And
I don't know what. Even I don't know why. What is the issue with
no, I
Navin
think
Ulak ban?
apparently he's been banned by that ILT20 league or something like that because of breach of contract or something like which is why I don't know how they affect in the IPL. I'm not too sure about that. But then and about Ashton Turner maybe for a backup for Nicholas Puran. So that's what I feel.
Yeah,
Uh, if you're looking at so what is your opinion on LSG?
the same I said for Gujarat as well. They have covered everything well. I mean, the even the David Willie was a little bit of a question mark, but after even I didn't know regarding that ban before, but after that, I think yesterday I heard it. நேத்திக்கு தான் கேள்விப்பட்டேன் அதை பத்தி.
Yeah, yeah,
So with that, their squad also top to bottom is really solid with all backups in place.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
have everything covered for themselves. It's ரொம்ப எதுவும் சொல்றதுக்கு இல்லை. It's a self-explanatory. It's pretty much they've retained whatever they've had last year and they bought it again. I mean, they've got it again with new other additions. Shivam Mavi, I think it was a good buy.
Yeah.
I That's the only concern I would say is the fitness and the injuries he's had. But his bowling is one of that. Like one of the anticipated looked out bowlers that I've seen. I've always had high hopes for Shiva Mavi, so hopefully he does well this season.
Yes, yes.
And
Yeah.
Manimaran Siddharth is a power play spinner. I think he would do a lot well. I would say with his bowling and that since and also with the all rounders, the power hitters and all rounders they have Stoinis, they have Huda, they have Krunal Pandya. So already with them being in there, and you have Krishnappa Gautam also. So
Just
now
Amit
everything
Mishra
is
வேற
covered for
இருக்கா
them.
Amit Mishra வேற இருக்கா Yash Thakur வேற இருக்கா so
Yeah,
they have got very good I think they covered all the bases. I think they'll be in the fight for the top four. So I believe they
they
have
will be
done
in the fight. They will be in the fight, but would they eventually make it is a big question mark because the rest of the teams have done very well in the auction. That's the thing.
yes, yes.
So
That's
and
correct.
also LSG did not have that much amount of money to spend anyway. But even with it's like on the it's like having a very low amount of income and other vechinde a proper budget vechinde they have planned well and very neat auction I would say.
Yes.
But can they make the top four? Would they replicate what they've done the first two seasons? It's a suspect, but
question
We'll
mark.
not saying because their team is bad, but their team is actually really good.
Yes,
But the
yes.
rest of the competitions that they're going to face is going to be very tough this time. So that is where I'm
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
of a concern. But
yeah,
apart from that, there's nothing else for LSG. It's the same, and the auction like they've added only a few good players in there. That's pretty much it.
yeah. So I think LHD has done well in the auction. Whether they make it or not, that time will tell. So I think with that being said, let's move to Mumbai Indians. Looking at Mumbai Indians purchase, I believe they've done an excellent job. They traded, they got a trade from LSG, which is Ramari Shepard. Gerard Coetzee at 5 crores, which is a steal. Dilshan Madhushankar,
Heal.
4.6 crores,
Woo.
a huge steal. Shreyas Gopal 20 lakhs, Naman there for 20 lakhs, Anshul Kamboj for 20 lakhs, Numan Tushara, the mini Malinga for 4.8 crores, Mohammad Nabi for 1.5 crores, Shivlik Sharma for 20 lakhs. I believe MI along with CSK has had a best of the auctions. The purse which they have got after being traded with Hardik Pandya and Cameron Green, with a limited budget, I believe they have done a fantastic job. And Gerard Coetzee for 5 crores. It's a huge deal. We would have gone for 10, 15 lakhs. And for we're getting him at 5
That's a
crores.
surprise.
It's a huge deal. And imagine him and Bumrah on both ends.
Woo.
It's crazy. And they got Tushara.
Exactly.
They got Numan Tushara. They got Dilshan Madhushankar, who has done very well. I think there's a Sri Lankan connect is obviously there with Jayavardhan being there. There's a
And
Sri Lankan.
and Jason Barandov.
Oh,
Don't
yeah,
forget you
Jason.
have Jason Barandov,
Romario
and you
Shepherd.
also have
Romario Shepherd, recent
Mario
times he's
Shepard.
doing well. Recent times, Romario Shepherd is doing very well.
And don't forget Hardik Pandya also.
Oh yeah. How can we forget Hardik Pandya, bro? No one can forget
No,
it.
I'm saying bowlers. No,
Yes, yes.
I'm not saying the obvious, but I'm saying for the fast bowlers. The fast bowling attack, probably the best fast bowling attack on paper in this tournament. On paper,
Exactly.
they're
Yes,
good.
yes, yes.
I think that will also translate in their performances.
Yeah, yeah. That's
So
the.
let me give my thoughts on this. I mean, there's nothing else for me to say apart from top to bottom. One of the strongest, if not the strongest team in the IPL. Definitely a team to watch out for, especially now with Hardik Pandya captaincy. That's going to give in a new. It's going to be something new. It's going to be give a different flavor. But again, Hardik Pandya being back for Mumbai, being back home, I would say, because he started his whole IPL journey from Mumbai Indians.
Hmm.
They have everything covered, man. Their bowling attack looks deadly. Woo.
They got Shreyas
And
Gopal
also their batting.
they got Shreyas Gopal as a replacement for Piyush Chawla. That is a good cover also. Beautifully, they have done that.
Exactly. Piyush Chawla for Mumbai Indians, man. I mean, he does very well. For an IPL, Vanda, he shows magic regardless.
That is true. That
And
is true in IPL.
yeah, their spinning attack is also fine, but their fast bowlers. I mean, you have Mohammad Nabi also in there, so you might even play him depending on the conditions. Spinner வேற.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that
man,
is true.
they
That is
have
true.
everything covered. And since இப்ப நீ வந்து வாங்கடையில தான் மோஸ்டா ஆட போறேன்றதுனால you have Coetzee, you have Madhushanka, you have Bumrah, you have Jason Barandov, and then you have Hardik Pandya.
They got
Oh
everything.
my god, this is
But the only
நினைச்சாலே
issue, I'll tell you what
ஐயோன்னு இருக்கு.
that only major issue what I feel is that is how Hardik Pandya will manage the huge egos in the team with Surya
What
Kumar
is it?
Yadav approach.
I couldn't
How,
hear you.
can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So what the big issue what Mumbai Indians have is how the biggest challenge Hardik Pandya has is how he able to manage the huge egos of the big stars in the Mumbai Indians with Hardik Pandya, with Jasprit Bumrah, sorry, with Rohit Sharma, with Surya Kumar Yadav, Jasprit Bumrah, Ishan Kishan, or some of the big stars they have already. You would have the social media rumors have been spreaded with some of the players are not happy with the appointment of Hardik Pandya as a captain, but the trade also. So it depends on how they manage the egos, how he manages the egos. If he was able to manage the ego, this is a title winning squad.
I don't think there will be a problem because everything will be sorted before the season, like we've mentioned. And எதுவுமே வந்து ரோஹித் சர்மா எதுவும் கன்சல்ட் பண்ணாமலாம் nothing would have happened. If Rohit Sharma said that he doesn't want to leave out his captaincy, the trade would have not happened
Yeah, yeah,
because Hardik Pandya was clear that if he wants to be playing for Mumbai Indians, then he has to be as a captain. So that was made clear. If
that
the
is true.
trade, if Rohit Sharma, if he hadn't agreed on this, he would have not been traded. So I would say
That
that's
is
where I stand.
yeah, yeah.
It will take some time to sort this out, but I think they would. The best thing that they would do is, and since they're very proactive, they would sort this out before the IPL starts, because they should keep everything, just leave it out the door, and before the season starts. That's where I think they should really focus on. And
That is the only
if,
challenge
like
they've
you
got.
mentioned,
That's the only
that's
challenge they've got.
with you've mentioned exactly. That's the only challenge they have, and if everything's sort, that's a title winning squad.
That is the
Which,
title wing.
of course, I say that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, brother. You'll see why.
I know, I know. With that being said, let's go. The next team is
Let's go to CSK. Let's
let's
go
go
to
with
CSK.
let's go
Let's go
with
to CSK.
CSK. Yeah, yeah, we'll go with CSK. And the couple of players they got Shardul Thakur for 4 crores, the return of the Lord,
The
the
Lord is back.
the Lord is back. Rachin Ravindra, the young sensation, 1.8 crores, a steal. Darren Mitchell is the talking point, 14 crores.
14 crores.
Sambir Zirisvi for 8.4 crores. Mustafizur Rahman, a steal for 2 crores. Aravali Avinish for 20 lakhs. I believe
Avanish
CSK,
Rao Aravali.
yeah, Avinish Aravali. I believe CSK has done a fantastic job in the auction. They have done very well. Uh, the Lord is returned. Rachin Ravindra for 1.8 crores. What a steal. 14 crores for
What a robbery. What a robbery. I would
what
say
a
that.
robbery. They
14
like
crores for 14 crores for Darren Mitchell.
I saw the auction, bro. I saw the auction and Kings FC Punjab around 11 crores or something like that. They bought him and suddenly CSK paddle to lift the paddle and Virti's interval looking at behind him like and the way Sundar Raman was like giving that expression. Sundar Raman, bro, he's a man of mind games, bro. He's a Chad, bro. Oh my god, he's a next level Chad. That is why CSK consulted
I'll give
him.
my thoughts on this.
Yeah, yeah,
So
good.
I'll give my thoughts on this. Darren Mitchell, I would still stand on this that it's a bit of a overprice.
That is true.
However, it's
That is
still
true.
worth it.
It is
I would
worth
say
it.
it's
Yeah.
still worth it. And I think that not only you have replacements for Moin Ali, but also you have replaced for Raidu as well. Because Daryl Mitchell, even though he's an overseas player, you still have him as your replacement for Raidu. And I don't think, I think with Ravindra, I thought he might be in the playing 11, but I think with everything I thought through it, then I came to a realization that I think Ravindra maybe as a backup, depending on how the conditions are. I think it's a backup for Moin Ali.
I
But
would say he's a
again,
backup
you
for
have
Conway. I think he's a backup for Conway. I think he's a backup for
Yeah,
Conway.
he's a backup for Conway as well. Yeah, I think he's a backup for Conway as well. But again, this is a steal, and Darren Mitchell, that's the key by which Fleming mentioned. And I think they had done very well. They made sure that they got him. So, on the விதத்துல வந்து CSK, there's nothing else for me to say. Bringing in Shardul Thakur, another steal for 4 crores. That's excellent. Samir
Exactly.
Rizvi, I saw, yeah, I didn't know who he was, but when I saw his batting and his highlights, I mean, I was amazed with that. His
They
batting,
they
what?
called him as a right hand version of Suresh Raina. A lot of people
Yeah,
have
I
said
mean, from
he's
ball one, it's beautiful batting I've seen. That's amazing. I believe that I think maybe it's like a backup for Rahane. I would say maybe that might be a case.
or maybe they might
But even
start
with
him.
that,
They might start him also. You never know. They might start him.
yeah,
Let's start him.
exactly. They might start him as well. Maybe instead of Dubé. I mean, I don't know. They would do anything. It's depending on how they would see everything fit. But CSK, the mind games they've played, not only bringing in the players they've needed, but also the way they increase their prices for other teams just to buy them out and make sure that they empty their purse and get them. They were clear with whoever they wanted, but at the same time, in order for them to get the players they need, they had to increase the prices for other different players just to let them empty other teams' purse to be emptied. And Mustafizur Rahman and the 2 crores steal, I
So
cannot imagine.
the
I cannot
beautiful
imagine the impact that he's going to give. அந்த அவன் போடுற bowling, அந்த டெத் ஓவர்ஸ் bowling, இதே சேப்பாக் பிச்சில் அவனை வச்சு ஆடி பாரேன். பேட் தொடுமா, பால் பேட்டில் தொடுமா தொடாதான்றது அந்த கேள்வியே வரும். நீ எதுக்கு அங்க கிரவுண்ட்ல நீ ஆட வந்திருக்கன்றதோ நீ கொஸ்டின் பண்ணுவ
correct.
அந்த நேரத்துல. ஏன்டா வந்தோன்னு ஆகும்.
Correct,
You will
correct.
regret that. I'm serious. ஏன்னா
Yeah, yeah.
the bowling options they have, they can choose whoever they want whenever they want. See,
First
Patirana வந்து
Patirana.
அந்த injury concerns இருக்குன்றத, the concerns for his injuries இருக்கறனால வந்து they got Mustafizur Rahman.
Yeah, yeah.
What I would suggest is that they would not start with Patirana. They'll instead give Mustafizur the long run, because his bowling and the Chepak pitchக்கு அவன் bowling and that too under Dhoni's leadership. Who is going to be something, bro.
If you look at the playing 11 CSK, like Devon Conway, Rutu, then Rahane, Daryl Mitchell, Shivam Dubey, Sanvi Rizvi, MS, Jaddu, Thakur, Cheher, Patirana, or maybe
Fizz.
Fizz. They can even bring in.
I'll say Fizz. I'll say Fizz straight away. No, Patirana with the concerns, I don't think I'll go with him. Especially that's
Maybe.
the reason why you bought Mustafizur Rahman. So
Yeah,
I'll go
yeah.
with Fizz
That is
directly. Or they
Teekshana
might,
வேற
depending on the
Teekshana
conditions,
இருக்கா?
they would go Deekshana. Deekshana. They might go Deekshana.
And I think it is Stephen Fleming's connection with Kiwis. It becomes a New Zealand Super King or Chennai Super Kiwis மாதிரி இருக்கு. Look at the Kiwi players.
Exactly.
Devon Conway, Darren Mitchell, Rachindrara in the Mitchell stand, Stephen Fleming as a coach. It is Kiwi support. So I believe CSK has done extremely well there. I believe that along with Mumbai Indians, they are the best auction strategy. They've done extremely well, and I'm sure, bro, they are the top two team, bro. I am predicting CSK MI finals, bro. That is my
Even
prediction.
I'm predicting
I
that,
am predicting CSK MI
but
finals.
MI are not going to win this time. No, they're not
No,
going to
no,
win
no,
it again.
no, 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 no. I don't want MI to win. Sorry for MI fan.
Okay,
I love MI, but then no, no. CSK
so
has
do I. But no, CSK first and everything else rest for us.
exactly, exactly. That is true.